Miles.
Hello. Okay. So
You're very, very quiet.
am I? Oh, I don't know quite why. We'll see if we can sort that. I am at home and I don't want to make too much noise. Can you hear me okay?
It's better, yes.
Okay. So you still consider that you saw Ireland from St. Bees?
Just before we start with this, let's just get a couple of facts
No,
straight.
no. We're here to discuss the Isle of Man. Do you still think
there are
you
terms
saw Ireland?
There are terms to this agreement, to this discussion. Okay, there won't be any discussion.
The terms are. You're on my channel. The terms are that we discuss the Isle of Man.
No, there's further terms that you keep this hangout up, you do not delete it, and you stand by every word that you say in this hangout today. And for future reference, I will quote you on everything you say. Okay? Do you agree? You don't delete the hangout.
If you so wish. I don't intend to delete anything.
You deleted the last one because the last time we spoke, you could literally call me. What did you call me? You're a lying bastard, and then deleted it immediately. I wonder why you did that.
I didn't delete anything.
Yeah, you did. The last hangout you and I had, you deleted it straight away because I was a lying bastard.
Really?
Yes. You don't remember, do you?
No, I don't actually.
No. You deleted it immediately.
I'm getting an echo. Why am I getting an echo?
Is it because your microphone's too close to your own speakers?
I don't think so. It's the same as normal.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'll turn my volume down a bit and see if that makes a difference. But I'm still getting an echo. So, do you still think that you saw Ireland from the Isle of Man, from St. Bees?
Yes. Can you present the reasons for why you think not?
Oh, it's very simple. Just need to get back to that page and share the screen.
There's a strong likelihood that I'll be interrupted with numerous phone calls. If I get interrupted, you'll have to excuse me whilst I answer them.
It's fine. And why did you claim that I'd agreed 9:30 this morning?
You did. We did it in Nathan's chat yesterday.
Did not.
Yeah, you did.
Not at all.
Yeah, you did.
No.
You asked,
I said
suggested 9 o'clock, and I said no, make it 9:30.
I did not suggest 9 o'clock. I have never suggested a time. I've asked you to suggest a time, and you're insisting.
You're a liar. You're a liar, Miles. It was agreed. It was. If you play the hangout back yesterday, you will hear us discussing it. You will see it in the chat.
Well, you can do that later, and you present it. If you don't present it, then you'll prove to be wrong. I told you in a message that I would be working last night. You'd suggested 9 o'clock last night. I never suggested 9 o'clock.
The only problem is with that particular hangout is that it was porn bombed, and Nathan's not uploaded it because he has to edit out the porn bit.
Yeah.
So that
and you just asked me to play it back. So
I realized which hangout it was.
Okay, it was never agreed. However,
it was agreed.
Let's continue. Let's continue. Your viewpoint. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Your viewpoint is from here, and you are looking across towards the Isle of Man. You identified the end of the Isle of Man. The end of the Isle of Man is this point here. There's a lighthouse on the end of that point.
Correct.
The Isle of Man profile corresponds absolutely perfectly to your video.
Correct.
But it corresponds with this line here that my cursor is moving over. And it's simple to show that that's the case. All you have to do is go down to ground level, pan around, and you see this shape is mirrored perfectly in your video. And the problem
Agreed.
you've got
However,
is that the Isle of Man, and the problem you have got is that the Isle of Man continues beyond that point, a very low-lying area. It then rises up again to some low hills, albeit low hills, but they are, as you can see here, as high as the point that you identified, almost as high as the point you identified as the Isle of Man. And if I can't get an absolutely perfect shot because I can't zoom in from St. Bees here on Google Earth, but you can see,
yeah, you know why that is, don't you?
as I showed in my video, you can see that the 3 pieces of land that you observe can be identified. You also can make measurements of the distance from, I can't scream out anymore, the distance from the high point to here, and the distances from there to these low hills up here, and those will correspond to what you observe in your video. So
However,
you are clearly looking across the Isle of Man towards Ireland, and
you're either being deceptive or you're being ignorant.
Okay, well, you explain how I am being ignorant, because I'm most certainly not being deceptive.
You are doing one or the other, and I suspect it's deceptive. What's the distance
Well,
to
come
Isle of
on
Man,
then.
roughly? What's the distance to Isle of Man, roughly? Would you say, if I said 34 miles, would you be happy with it?
Well, we can very simply. It depends where you want to go. But if you want to
Anywhere,
go to the coast,
pick a point. Anywhere, just roughly.
the distance is 30, 33, 34 miles.
Sorry. So do the curve.
Fair enough.
Get the curve calculator up.
The curve calculator is largely irrelevant here, but let's put a curve calculator up. Yeah, absolutely. Because that completely.
So distance being 34, and the viewer height was 34 as well from memory, although you can check it if you want.
Okay, you were in feet.
34 feet, I believe. You can double check it if you want.
I'm not entirely convinced by your 34 feet. Actually, I think it was rather higher than that.
Well, that's what it says on Google, so it's not my claim. Can you see that the refracted hidden is 309? Can you see the refracted hidden is?
Yeah, I'm going to go back to Google Earth here, because we have an issue.
Yes, we do. We have a massive issue.
No, we have an issue here with what you're claiming. Because when we did this before, so what was the tide at that time?
It was low. I don't know the tide.
Yes. So it was low tide, and
it was
tide
lowish,
heights
yes.
in that area. Tide heights in that area are considerable.
Agreed.
And so we have a you are at if we add a meter or so on.
Why?
For your camera height, because you didn't presumably have it on the ground.
Okay, that's fine. So what's the issue?
So,
hang on, you were following a tangent there. What's the issue?
Yeah, and the issue is over your height. So if we add, say, 1.5 meters, so we'll go to from 11 meters height. We'll go to 12.5. And then we need to add on the tide height, which could be anything.
No, we need to take off
anything
the tide
from
height.
No, you need to add on the tide height, because at low tide you are further above the water.
Do what you want. Fudge the numbers any way you want.
You are further above the water. So let's say something like 20 meters.
Fine.
And now, with normal refraction, we are at 94 meters.
What's that in feet,
height?
please? What's that in feet, please?
Well, it doesn't. Okay. We go back to Imperial.
309 feet. Can you now go to Isle of Man and pick one of those places that you claim is Isle of Man and tell me what the height is?
Absolutely. Yeah, no problem at all. Because you do realize that refraction is variable, don't you? And if we get anywhere close to 90 meters, then we're doing pretty well. Now, this isn't the best computer I've got for identifying these, but there you go, 88 meters.
No, go to the coast, because that's what you're claiming we can see.
No, I'm not claiming you can see the coast, and this is where you get utterly wrong. Okay?
Right, Miles.
When you see a hill, you're not seeing the coast, and I have never claimed that you can see the coast. This is a claim you have made. These hills are in the region. These hills are in the.
Stay on top.
I'm not galloping. I am staying right on the topic, which is the height of those hills.
So go back to the refraction calculator.
And the height of those hills is around 90 meters, which is exactly
just run it round, Miles, in a nice circle so we can see the sizes, the numbers.
Anthony, I've just shown you that this hill here is around 90. The other one was that's 91 there. This one over here is it gets up to 85 somewhere, if I can find the right spot. It's a little difficult to find it exactly. I'm not tilted correctly, but it was 86 meters somewhere around here. Can't find it now, but these hills are in the right ballpark to be visible just above the horizon with some atmospheric refraction. And
so why is it that when I'm running my mouse over, I'm getting values of about 30 to 60 to 90 feet, and you're getting figures like that, but in meters?
Because you're not in the right spot.
I'm in the same spot that you're in.
No, you're not in exactly the same spot. Okay, this goes from 40 meters up. Okay, well, you present your screen and you show it. Because I haven't done anything to my
if I spin
version of Google Earth at all.
If I spin this around so that it's in the same kind of orientation that you had it in.
Doesn't matter which orientation, just find the right spot.
I just want it to be seen to it simple. So if I kind of run my mouse, we're looking down here at this figure down here. So we're seeing 200, but then the area that you were in, 90 odd, 75.
Yeah, I wasn't in that area.
Well, you were up here by Glen Trewin.
Well, you a moment or so ago, your cursor was over far to the left.
Yeah, I'm looking at the overall height.
I can't see your screen anymore.
Am I not sharing? Hang on.
It keeps flashing on and off, disappearing.
Is that right?
Let me go back to this and see what I can see here. Nope.
You don't see my screen?
I'm not seeing your screen at the moment. I'm seeing your screen. I don't think anybody else is seeing your screen.
They are. If you can see it, they should be seeing it.
No. I'm not seeing it either now. I'm not seeing it either now. What? Now I see it. Now it's gone. No, it's gone.
Do you see it now?
Nope. It's come on now.
And you see me moving my mouse?
and it's gone again, and it's come back again, and it's gone again, and it's flipped sideways,
What?
and it's come back again the right way round, and it's gone.
It's because I'm not presenting to everybody. It's when you're speaking, it's flicking over to you. If you present me to everybody so that it doesn't do that.
Can I present you to everybody, or do you do that?
You know, you need on the bottom right-hand corner where there's the icons, the squares. You need to. There's a little drop-down box in mine. You need to click the drop-down box and then present to everybody.
I don't have that.
Do you not see two squares in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen? Of the main chat window, the Google Hangouts window.
Ah, your icon, you mean? Okay.
Yes.
Present to everyone. Okay.
Yes, presenting to everyone. So, now it should stay on screen.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
All
so
right.
You were in and around the Glentruen area, okay? And down here, the feet. Now, a foot is 3 feet to a meter, yeah? So basically, a third of the value that you're talking about is what? Sorry, I should see 3 times bigger than what you're talking about. I can see 200 feet, 100, 95.
Right, 200 feet. 200 feet is close, but you're moving your cursor around and you're a long way out. So if you're that far out, if you're that far above, then you are going to find it very difficult to pinpoint the tallest places.
Yeah, but we're not only
so if you zoom in a little bit, and
Miles, we're not only seeing tips of land, we're seeing land mass.
No, you're seeing you're seeing low, flattened off hills, which you really only seeing the top of. In your video, your video. And can I finish a sentence?
No, you're misrepresenting the evidence.
Can I finish a sentence? You are zoomed in to the maximum on your P900. If you zoom back out, you can see that the actual width of that area is not very great at all. And in my video, I showed you a horizon line. If you draw a horizon line across from a street level view, you see exactly the same sort of 3 peaks that you see.
Miles.
Okay? Yes, and there is a considerable, as you can see here, there's a considerable amount of refraction and mirroring going on. This is this distance from here to here is not very much.
Miles, would you agree that this is not the tips of the mountains or the land mass? Would you agree that this is?
Yes, we can. No. That is simply the top of the hills there. That's all you're seeing. The very top.
No, that's not. Yes. All right, let's just say that it is. You're full of shit. Yes. You're misrepresenting the evidence to suit your premise. But let's go with
absolutely not at all.
Absolute, Miles. Tips of mountains or tips of high points are not long, thin.
They're not mountains. Okay, can I? Can you? I'll stop presenting you, and I'll go back.
Hang on, I'm not finished making my point yet. I haven't made my point.
You are trying to. You're trying to claim something that is false.
No, you are misrepresenting the evidence. But in any event, I still haven't made my point. This is my turn to speak. Let me make my point, and then
go on. Then make your point. Go on.
So you're saying that these are only the tips, okay? Now, even if let's go with this, let's say that it's over here. 200 is the highest that I saw. 200 and whatever.
It's higher than that, and we've seen that
you've cherry picked the absolute highest point you could possibly find.
Well, do you think the highest point is likely to be the point that you see?
No, but we're seeing more than the highest tip. That was my point.
No, we're not seeing very much more. Okay,
in any event,
they're low, flat hills. They are not peaked.
In any event, so let's go back to the Metabunk curve. What was it? 34 was it? 34 and 34.
Now, it's less than 34 miles, and it's way over 34 feet. Your actual observation height is way over 34 feet.
You had 10 feet for the tide. So
I added
37.
No, I didn't add 10 feet for the tide. I moved it to I think 20 meters above rather than 11 meters above.
11 meters above what?
above sea level. Okay.
Do we agree the starting point was 34?
That is the ground level height that you were standing on. That takes no account of tide, and it takes no account of your camera height.
I'm just asking, where is your starting point? Do we agree the starting point is 34? Where the hell is it?
Because you're not taking into account your camera
Before
height
the
above
tide,
the
Miles.
ground, and you're not taking into account the tide, and both
Right.
of those things have an impact on what you would be able to see
Miles,
across that stretch of water.
before we get to the tide point, do we agree that the starting point is about 34 feet? I'll go with 35. It says
No.
31 or 30, but I'll go with 35. Do we agree 35 is the start point?
It's 11 meters.
It's 9 or 10.
It's 11 meters.
It's 9 or 10 miles.
You see, you're now trying to split hairs over a few meters, because what you want to do is be able to claim that it's impossible according to the metabunk.
No.
Now, what
I'm
we
just
don't
seeing
know,
how accurate you're being. I'm seeing how accurate you're being.
Well, I have placed my. Obviously, we don't have to the foot precision of where you were standing. But where I have I'm just zooming in at the moment on where I have my observation points.
We're going to start with 10 miles,
which
okay?
is pretty much where you are.
What value?
And I get
tide.
Sorry.
What value would you like?
I get 11.
What value would you like to put for the tide,
okay,
please?
Without checking or knowing the day and the precise time, it's hard to say. So
right, I'm going to suggest 6.
I have tide data that says that there is anything from a 9.5 meter to 6 meter difference in tide height in that area.
Okay. Now it wasn't at the absolute low point. That much we can agree.
I don't know. Oh, I don't know that, and neither do you.
So let's give it its worst case scenario. Let's give it 9 then.
Meters.
Yes, that was 9 meters. So we added 9 on top of 11. Sorry, yeah, we added 9 on top. No, was it 12?
9 on top of 11. I did 20. I did 20 because I gave you a meter and a half.
For you.
I gave you a meter and a half for your tripod height, and I gave you a.
We'll add another meter on, even though the only starting point was 9 meters. We're going to add 11 meters for a tide of 9 meters plus my tripod. So we'll go with 20 just to give you some leeway. Okay. Flick this back.
20 what? 20 meters.
Do you agree that based on the figures that we've just put in, it's 309 feet of refracted hidden? Do you agree?
I got 94. I think 94 meters is what I got.
94 meters. So 94 meters would be 309 feet. Do you agree?
Okay, fair enough.
Right. So when we go back to Google Earth, we're looking for a figure of 394 feet, there or thereabouts on the Isle of Man.
309 feet.
Sorry, 309 feet. Was it 309?
It was 309, yes.
Let me go back and check it.
But we're not actually looking for that, Anthony. What we're looking for is something near to that. Because
no, we're looking for,
you don't know the amount of.
We're looking.
You
for
don't know the amount of refraction.
Yeah,
we're looking. You don't know the refracted height.
No, but what I do know about refraction is it's negligible and not worth calculating for.
No, you don't know that at all.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do, and I can prove it. However,
and I have a height of 92 meters.
Right, I'm not seeing anything that begins with 3.
I get a height of 92 meters, and
well, there doesn't appear to be anything that begins with 3 there, Miles. So you're 100 feet out so far before we consider refraction.
92 meters is 301, nearly 302 feet.
So have you cherry-picked the highest possible peak?
No, it's not a case of cherry picking.
You have.
The only peaks that you would be expected to see in that area would be the highest ones. You see areas of sea, you see small areas of land above that sea.
Miles, you're not
And
only seeing the peaks.
you will you stop interrupting?
No, because you're misrepresenting the data again.
You will, Anthony. If you interrupt once more, this hangout is over.
Don't bother, Miles. You're full of shit. You're full of shit. You're lying. You're trying to distort
Anthony,
the truth to suit your premise. You're full of shit, dude.
I am not distorting the truth.
Enjoy your echo chamber. You had your chance.
Truth.
You're full of shit. Stop calling me a liar. Stop misrepresenting data. Stop
I
being a
have
prick.
not called you a liar once in this hangout. Okay. Are you leaving, Anthony? Have you gone? Well, folks, it would appear that Anthony has left the hangout, which kind of means that Anthony has admitted defeat yet again. Yeah. So, would anyone else like to chip in?